The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's gonna high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
21.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Pine City High School for tonight's boys basketball matchup between the Pine City Dragons and the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. Of course, I am Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I'll be bringing you all the action from tonight's boys basketball matchup here between these two Great River Conference foes, the Dragons and the Jags, as we get set for another boys basketball game. We've been treated to some pretty darn good games this week, all throughout the week, starting back on Monday. And it continues throughout here tonight and into tomorrow. We're going to get a top 10 girls basketball matchup between Bram and Mountain Iron Buell, so stay tuned for that one. But tonight we've got lots coming your way. Over on 95.5 FM KBEK, we've got Moore and Ogilvie. Andy Beckstrom's got that game. Then over on 100.9 FM, we've got Bram hosting Aiken in that boys basketball game. That should be a good one. But in the game you're listening to / watching right now, it is the Dragons and Jags. And these two teams awfully familiar with each other, as are really all the teams in the Great River Conference. But these two teams, it seems like these two, East Central and maybe Rush City, seem to be the closest. Not proximity-wise, I mean they are, but just because it seems like the players, the coaches, they know each other all pretty well, and they seem to move throughout these communities and be back and forth in them, spending time in them the most. But anytime you play a team from your own conference, you're going to know them pretty well, because again, a lot of these teams, they play. Oh, thank you. Sorry about that. We got a little goodie bag from the cheerleaders. Pretty cool. So it looks like a little treat from the cheerleaders. Well, I appreciate that. That means a lot to me to get a little treat. Of course, being the fatty boomalatti that I am, it's I'm sure going to be delicious. I can't wait to dig into that here at halftime. But in our game, we will see the Dragons and Jags go at it. And again, looking at these two teams going forward, both these teams haven't had quite the record up to this point that they would have hoped. You know, Hinckley-Finlayson playing out of Section 7 AA, Pine City 6 AA. Hinckley-Finlayson sits at 2-6 on the year, 0-2 in their section, which is 7 AA again. But they're 0-2 in the section, but again, they play in a really tough section, and they've also made the jump to 2A a couple of years ago. So it's kind of still a little bit of growing, because last year rather, they did lose a good chunk of seniors that had been starting with the team for, I think it was 2-3 years, and now this group of seniors is a little bit, group of seniors and underclassmen is a little bit inexperienced. That's the way we'll put it. They are a little bit inexperienced when it comes to time on the court on varsity. So it is a little bit different this year for the Jaguars in that case of, just very, very inexperienced. And it's kind of the case we see with a lot of our local teams this year. Not a ton of varsity experience, and they're kind of all learning at a different pace, and that's kind of what we're seeing right now with Hinckley-Finlayson. So for the Jags, they're still learning, they're still getting things going in the right direction, but their offense is something that they will look to get going here as the new year begins in 2025, and hopefully they can get it kick-started, maybe even here tonight. It seems like a lot of times when you get two teams from the Great River, it always seems to be good, and it's usually one of the two extremes. It's either a really low-scoring defensive game, or you get a really high-scoring, high-powered offensive game. There really doesn't seem to be any in between when you get two teams from the same conference going at it. And tonight, I could really see this one being a higher scoring game, just because, again, Hinckley-Finlayson has yet to really kind of take that next step offensively. They're scoring 45 points per game, giving up 65 points per game. So on paper, you're looking at it and saying, okay, well, Pine City's going to have a chance to score a bunch. Well, but I also look at Hinckley-Finlayson, and I say to myself, there's no reason that they can't go out and score 65, 70 points here tonight. As we take a look at their season, started out with 2 losses right away to East Central and Barnum, in which they were unable to barely get over 40 points in those games. Then they beat Rush City by 2 before falling to Bram, and again struggled to get over that 45-point mark. Then they beat Ogilvie, scoring 63 points. Then they lost to Howard Lake Waverly Winstead. Then they would go into a Christmas tournament up at Esco, where they did fall to Duluth Marshall, but they got over that 50-point mark, but then could not beat East Central, scoring under 30 points. And then since then, well, we haven't seen a score for them since the Christmas break. I'm not real sure what those look like. I've tried to look up Huddle, tried to look on MN Boys Basketball Hub. There hasn't been anything so far. So Crosby and Moose Lake were supposed to be their other 2 games that they played. There has been no report in terms of scores for those 2 games. So not real sure the outcomes of those 2. Maybe they got postponed. I'm not real sure. We've been trying to figure those out, but haven't quite seen the updates yet. But that doesn't mean there aren't any scores out there. I just haven't found them. So for Hinckley-Finlayson, I think when you're coming back on the road, this has been a tough road stretch here. Right after Christmas break, it's been Crosby, Moose Lake, now Pine, and then next Monday they go to Malacca. So you're going to have a 4-game road stretch that you get rewarded with a 4-game home stretch after this. But a road stretch like this is so tough. But you come into a place like Pine City, it's not a home game, but it certainly feels a little less daunting than most other away games will, because you're familiar with this spot. You know this spot. You've been here plenty of times. You're probably here for some summer camp stuff, for some preseason football workouts. So it's not that they aren't familiar with this spot. They are. So that's why I think this is going to be a little bit more, not a comforting spot. I think that would be the wrong word to use, but it's not going to be as daunting as some other away games. This will certainly be a little bit more of a homestand feel than it will other away games. Of course, again, very familiar with this spot. So I think Hinckley-Finlayson, there's no reason we couldn't see them come out and have a great offensive performance here tonight. Maybe get that offense kick-started and get the new year continuing into the right direction as we inch closer and closer to playoffs. I can't believe end of February we're already going to be getting to playoffs. And you might be thinking to yourself, why are you talking about playoffs? They're over a month away. Well, yes and no. We're already to the middle of January. Playoffs come up at the end of February. They're a month away, ladies and gentlemen. So we got about, 5 weeks? Maybe 6 till playoffs? Yeah, I don't like it either. And that's basketball. That's basketball playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're at 3 to 4 weeks left of hockey regular season. Can you believe that? I can't. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And I'm not a huge fan of winter, but I would much rather this season slow down because the fall sports season went way too fast. But continuing on here, looking at these 2 teams now over to Pine City, who's sitting at 4-7 on the year, 0-2 in the section. Their offense has been up there with the top teams in this section in the top, 8? Now, the top 8, you get a homestand if you're a top 8 team. So if you are one of the top 8 teams in this section, you do get a home playoff game, and their offense has been right up there with some of the top 8 teams in this section. Of course, the top 8 are extremely loaded. You've got Albany, Legacy Christian Academy, Mora, St. Cloud Cathedral, Holdingford, Sauk Center, Annandale, and Spectrum. Those are the top 8 teams. And then right behind them are Osakis, Kimball, and Royalton. It just doesn't get any easier in this section. Again, this section year in and year out is just so loaded. It feels like we're cheating the rest of the state in basketball just because this section is just so loaded. And Albany right back up there. They're one of the top 10 teams, actually top 5 team in the state. But for Pine City, 4-7 on the year, 0-2 in the section. Their defense allows under 60 points per game. That's good. Their offense scores over 65 points per game. That's good as well. But we know Pine City, they want their defense to hold teams to under 55 points per game. The other thing they want to see is scoring towards near that 70-point mark. They haven't quite been able to put it together consistently this year, but as we move forward, and especially in the new year, it has started to look better and better and better. Taking a look at the beginning of the season, It was 2 straight games in which they scored over 70 points, beating Ogilvie 104-16, then Aiken 74-58. Then it was a tough stretch, losing 4 in a row, where they only once scored over 55 points. They lost to Mora 77-48, lost to Rush in a low-scoring defensive game, 49-42, something like that. And then it was a loss to Duluth Marshall. That easily could have been a win, 73-67. And then lost to Moose Lake Willow River 74-53 before beating Lakes International Language Academy down at Target Center before Christmas break 75-25. Then they went into the Cloquet tournament over Christmas break, beat Mesabi East, again scoring over 70 points. But then they fell to Cloquet, who is a really good team in Class 3A. They should not be taken lightly. And then they came out losing 2 straight. And it really felt like those 2 games were games they could have won. Now, East Central, that was a tough game for them. It feels like in that one, they just didn't quite have it, and they found it a little bit too late, and time just kind of ran out on them. So that game against East Central, now, unfortunately for Pine City, they do have to go on the road next time they play. But when they play again, that's going to look a lot different in my opinion. Then they did fall to Bram on Tuesday, and that was one where, again, it was back and forth throughout the entire game. Pine City had a lead late and just couldn't find the basket late in the game. It was about a 3-minute run where Bram went on a 10-0 run to finish the game off, 74-66. And it just looked like, man, Pine City would go on this nice run, and then all of a sudden they couldn't buy a basket. Then Bram would come back, but then Pine City would finally find something, a little bit of momentum, and then they just couldn't find that score. So, again, it's the consistency factor for me for Pine City. Can they find that consistency? Can they find it tonight and put it together through the rest of the season? That's going to be key because after this, they do play Mille Lacs, but then it's East Central, Crosby, Bram, Hinckley, Rush, Aiken, North Branch, Mora, Proctor, Malacca, Crosby, Barnum Foley. It is not an easy schedule from here on out. It only gets tougher. So, for Pine City, I think one of the biggest things for them here going forward is just finding that consistency before the playoffs come, because then one of the biggest things that you can have in the playoffs is being consistent. But again, their defense has been playing really, really good all year, and they'll hope to continue that here tonight. Pre-game warm-ups are over. We're about to get our national anthem, and then after our national anthem, we will get our starting lineup. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a commercial break to hear a word from our fine sponsors. When we come back, we'll be ready for tip-off here on 106.5 FM AM 1350 WCMP.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Whoa! Better get into the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City and start saving. Right now, grab a Meat Lover's burrito or new Ranchero beef and cheese burrito. I want one right now. Wash it down with everyone's favorite Celsius, buy one, get one free. And Holiday still has the $3, $4, $5 meal deals on some of your favorite items. Better get into the Freeway Holiday Station store and save. Open 24/7, 365. The Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners, with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Your local radio home for Minnesota Vikings football is WCMP.
Breaks another at the 30, and he's loose!
Your favorite hometown team with your favorite players.
Caught by Jefferson!
Don't miss the hits, the action.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Catch the excitement all season long.
And he caught it!
Minnesota Vikings football is on Cool Country 100.9 WCMP.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare, information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Go online to pine.edu for more information. Pine Technical and Community College, connect with success.
Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City. We're a full-service lettering shop with a full line of athletic supplies for any sport. We have professional staff here at Lee's Pro Shop to customize your orders. We are the pros who specialize in athletic apparel and equipment. We even do trophies and awards as well as computerized engraving in the store. Let Lee's Pro Shop help you with any athletic apparel. Lee's Pro Shop, servicing our communities since 1973, where the passion for sports begins.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local.
Back here on WCMP, your starting lineups for tonight. For the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars, it's going to be number 5, Kieran Tvet. Number 10, Landon Kirschmeyer. Number 21, Isaac Westrom. 25, Grady Osmus. And 50, Blake Blowers. On the other side for the Pine City Dragons, it is going to be number 1, Sawyer McDaniel. Number 11, Kevin Williams. Number 12, A.J. Austinson. 33, Austin Wiener. And 42, Colson Berglund. 18 minutes are up on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. As we get set for tip-off here in this one between two Great River Conference foes, Kevin Williams. Out there for the Dragons in the starting lineup here tonight. And it was senior night, parent night as well. Wiener and Osmus out there for tip at center court. Ball is up for grabs, and Wiener is actually going to be won by the Jags, and that ball was directly to Isaac Westrom for 2. Westrom won it, turned around, and simply laid it in the basket. Jags going to be wearing their white away uniforms, the red trim on the shoulder, neck, and bottom of the shorts. The black letters and numbers outlined in red. Dragons wearing their home green uniforms. The white letters and numbers outlined in black. The white stripe down the side of the jersey and short outlined in black. We get a ball that went through Colson Berglund's hands out of bounds, so it will be turned over, and that will get us a sub right away. Charlie Osmus and Daniel Milliman check into the game for the Dragons. On the other side, Landon Kirschmeyer with it. Tried to go fancy behind the back, and it's stolen away by Austin Wiener. Now up the court with it are the Dragons. Out on the far side, Osmus with it now to Wiener. On the near side, Austinson for 3. Through the rim. That's no good. It is Austin Wiener for the rebound, and he puts it back up and in for 2. So we're tied at 2. As the Jaguars get it back, Blowers with it up the court to Westrom. Westrom going to be double teamed. He's got nowhere to go with it. Almost lost it. Now puts it up for grabs. Charlie Osmus almost got it back. And then, well, they're going to say Blowers went over and back. I don't know. That was close. Dan Kreft also, I think, on the same page as I am, thinking, man, it was tipped and it maybe, but it is going to be a turnover. A.J. Austinson will give it off to Osmus, now in the near side corner to McDaniel. Sawyer McDaniel waiting, pausing, giving it into the near side corner. Maybe a little bit too strong there for Charlie Osmus as it goes through his hands, and it will go back to the Jags. Getting set to inbound, Kirschmeyer. He'll lob it in to Westrom, and Isaac Westrom's got a little bit of a lane to run. It's poked out from behind by Milliman, and Milliman showing off that speed. Milliman out, Berglund in. And Colson Berglund didn't get, I don't think, really any playing time varsity last year, but, man, he has been a big part of the varsity team this year. Steal here by Sawyer McDaniel, and then the pass to A.J. Austinson, who lays it in for 2. That'll be worth a replay once we have a moment. Now back with it, the Jags trailing 4-2. Vet with it, gives it to Kirschmeyer. Kirschmeyer throwing out that mullet. Blowers up over the defender. That is no good, but Blowers is going to get his own rebound. Now gives it over to Westrom. Westrom slowing it down a little bit. Looks to his right. That's where he goes with it to Tvet. Tvet trying to get around the defense. He's double teamed. Lost it. Austinson with the steal. Up to McDaniel for 2. They're just putting a ton of pressure defensively, are the Dragons right now, and the Jags not necessarily don't have an answer for it, but they're struggling to get out of the pressure as Vet has it. He's going to be double teamed again. This is poked out again by McDaniel. Austinson's going to officially get the steal. McDaniel misses on the layup. Maybe got a little too confident with that one as he missed it, and the rebound taken by Isaac Westrom. Osmus, that's Grady Osmus, who gives it to Blake Blowers, and Blowers' shot is no good, but he's fouled, so he'll go line and shoot 2. We're going to get this one on, I believe, A.J. Austinson. His first, team's first, and Blowers at the line to shoot 2. First one's up, no good. Briar Willard. Excuse me, well, oh, good grief, air is tough. Check into the game for the Dragons, and then number, I think that was 52, Ty Westrom will check in for the Jags. This shot is no good, rebounded by Austin Weiner. On the far side, A.J. Austinson for 3, no good. This ball's going to bounce around. Milliman throws it back into the field of play, but Blake Blowers is going to wind up with the rebound. Trying to go inside. They give it on the baseline pass. That was tough. Now Ty Westrom guarded well, but he gives it off to Blowers. A far side 3 is just off the mark. And now the rebound. No one got it. Great effort by Isaac Westrom, but he was out of bounds with that dribble. He tried to dribble it back, and he tried to throw it off the defender. Couldn't quite get enough oomph on it, and it's going to go out of bounds. 6-2. Pine City with the lead. Milliman trying to break out of the press, and this pass a little ill-advised and stolen away by Blake Blowers. But he just great job being in the right position. Ty Westrom for 3 just off the mark. Rebounded by Grady Osmus. His shot is no good only because he was fouled. We're going to get Daniel Milliman with the foul. And we're going to get 3 guys in for Pine City. But Grady Osmus has a free throw to shoot. First one's up and good. So that will get us the 3 in, 3 out. It's Grant Sklizacek, Grant Larson, and Briar Willard. This shot no good as well, and it's going to be rebounded by Austin Weiner. So 6-3 is our score. Sklizacek struggling to find someone to go with it. He goes inside to Weiner, but he's guarded well. Then Sklizacek takes the 3. His shot no good. Austin Weiner, oh my goodness, comes up with the rebound behind the back pass to Grant Larson, and then Jace Peterson takes it to the basket, and that's no good. Rebounded by Ty Westrom. Ty Westrom gets the pass back outside, inside. Underneath there to Grady Osmus, and they're going to say that he was fouled. Thought it was a good block, not to be. Pine City will pick up their 3rd. They're going to get Austin Weiner with his first, team's 3rd, and Grady Osmus is back to the line. Last time went 1 of 2. This one's good by Grady Osmus. Makes it 6-4. And this one will stay through. It rattled. It was going through, rattled kind of out a little bit, but then wound up falling through. 6-5 is the Dragon lead. This pass to Grant Larson just too far. Sklzacek had the right idea, but it's a little too much on that one. And now Hinckley-Finlayson will get it back. Another turnover. Grant Larson almost got it. And, ooh, I think that was off a foot of a Jag. They're going to say it was off of Pine City. Grant Larson nearly got the steal on the inbound. The Jag player came back to get it, knocked it out of his hands, and then it bounced back and forth out of bounds. They do say it was last touch by Pine City. Ty Westrom showing off the ball handling skills, gives it near side to Kirschmeyer. Kirschmeyer inside to Blowers. Blowers, he's got Westrom open on the far side. Westrom guarded quickly by Willert. Nice spin move inside by Westrom. Gives it. Grady Osmus will get the rebound and puts it in for two, 7-6. This is what we talked about earlier. It's just the inconsistency by Pine City. Got out to a 6-0 lead. Haven't been able to put anything on the board since. Grant Larson for three. That's no good. And it is Grant Sklzacek with the rebound, and he's going to get fouled. I think that was Ty Westrom who actually is going to get the foul. Yeah, Ty Westrom. His first, team's first. Eli Fromm checks into the game for the first time tonight, along with a couple other Dragons. Sawyer McDaniel on the far side for three. That's no good, but it touched the shot clock, which is out of bounds, so it's going to be a turnover anyways, even though Hinckley-Finlayson did get the rebound. I'm going to say, wait a minute. I'm going to allow the Jags to sub here. Tvet in for Kirschmeyer. That will give it in to Ty Westrom. He gets by one defender. He's showing off the wheels for a big guy. Then gives it off to Blake Blowers for three. It's no good. Eli Fromm is there picking up the rebound. A.J. Austinson showing off the ball handling skills. Says, hey, Westrom, I see you. I want to match that energy. Larson on the far side gets out of that corner. Gives it back to Fromm. Fromm guarded well. Looking. Gives it back to McDaniel. McDaniel gives to Larson. Larson into the near side corner. A.J. Austinson. No good. This ball up for grabs. Tipped and taken away by Isaac Westrom. Up the court quickly now. And Isaac Westrom gets into the Dragon bench area, trying to keep that ball alive for his team. But I think it's going to wind up being Pine City. No, they're going to say it's Hinckley-Finlayson ball. So they're going to say Pine City touched it last there. So the Jags will get it inbounded here to Ty Westrom on the far side. Blowers. Blowers looking, gives it back to Westrom. Westrom trying to go inside to Grady Osmus. Grady Osmus saying, hey, lob it in, but didn't want to take the risk. And now Tvet with it. Tvet looking for a screen. Guarded well by Larson. Over to Blowers on the far side. Isaac Westrom. Isaac spin move. Pass over to Blowers for three. That's no good. And it's Grady Osmus. My goodness. Getting that rebound and then putting up a shot through some traffic. Getting it to fall, and it's 9-6. Hinckley-Finlayson has answered the run by Pine City. A.J. Austinson trying to drive inside, lost his dribble on that far side, picks it up now looking. He's got nowhere to go, finds McDaniel, goes inside to Fromm. Fromm back outside, A.J. Austinson three. It's going to come up short, and Blowers nearly got the rebound. It was knocked out of his hand by a member of Pine City, so it stays with Hinckley-Finlayson. So it's 9-6, 11:26 to go here in the first half on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Lower scoring first part of this opening stanza. But we know that that can quickly turn around. Ty Westrom gets it now over to Tvet. Tvet on the far side. Wanted to go inside. Probably got away with a little bit of a travel there. Blowers turn around. Eye drop, or teardrop. Eye drop. I guess that works too. An eye drop is kind of how you get tears sometimes when your eyes are dry. We'll go with it. Teardrop shot is good. 11-6. Hinckley-Finlayson has taken the lead. Pass inside. Eli Fromm trying to get it to fall. The scoring drought will continue. And Eli Fromm is going to get the rebound. And now through traffic inside, got the shot to fall plus the and one. If there is a hustle stat, Eli Fromm has all of them. Tvet will get the foul called on him. It's his first team second. And Eli Fromm with a chance for the three-point play. First one, no good. So Fromm will only get two, and then the rebound is swatted out of Blauer's hand by a member of Pine City. And with that, we'll get a substitution for the green and white. Hinckley-Finlayson will get set to inbound. It's Westrom, Isaac Westrom looking. He'll go deep to Blowers. Blowers lets his offense get set, then gives off to Westrom. Westrom into the offensive zone. Nearly had it stolen from behind by Milliman, and then he gives it up to Isaac Westrom. That shot is no good. Grady Osman. Oh, they're going to get a foul. That should have been jump ball. They're going to get A.J. Austinson for the foul. His second, team's fourth. Yeah, that has to be jump ball. But we stick with it. Checking in for the first time here tonight for Hinckley-Finlayson is number 33, Everett Manns. Hinckley-Finlayson holds on to it. 11-8 is our score. 10:37 to go in the first half. Inbound here to Grady Osmus. Now over to Ty Westrom. Left alone from three. Off the backboard and in. Bank is open, ladies and gentlemen. It is open this late. Ty Westrom just confirmed it. Jace Peterson gives up the court to Austin Wiener. Gives it over to Jace Peterson again. Hesitation move. Shot inside. It was blocked by Everett Manns. It's out of bounds, and it will stay with the green and white. Osmus and Larson in for Berglund and Jace Peterson. 14-8 now the score. 10:16 left on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard here in the first half. Daniel Milliman will get set to inbound. On the far side for Charlie Osmus. That's no good. Austin Wiener tried to tip it to himself. One of his own teammates knocked it out, and officially Milliman will get the rebound. Sawyer McDaniel now on the far side with it. Looking, goes inside, outside. Charlie Osmus. Shot no good, and it's rebounded by Everett Manns. Ty Westrom with it. Ty Westrom inside, and he drops it in for two. So Pine City pausing at center court. Then McDaniel brings it into the offensive zone. Gives it inside to Wiener now. Here to Milliman, to McDaniel. Near side corner. Trying to get through traffic. Shot is up, no good, and they're going to get a foul call here, I believe, on Everett Manns. Good defense by Everett Manns. Just got that hand down. Yep. Yeah, you can't bring the hand down like that. They're always watching for the hands. So Sawyer McDaniel's at the line for two. First one is up and good for McDaniel. This one is good as well. So they get some points back on the board at 16-10. Tvet with it to bring it up. Now he gives it off on the far side to Kirschmeyer. Kirschmeyer dealing with some traffic, gives it over back to Tvet. Tvet on the near side. Guarded well by Larson. He's in some trouble. Tried to dribble through, then has to go over. And he wanted to pass it over to Kirschmeyer, but instead we're going to get a timeout called here by the Jags. That'll be a full timeout, so while they take one, we'll take one as well. You're listening to Boys Basketball on WCMP.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Taking a look at some of the games in our local listening area. Bombers lead the Aiken Gobblers 29-23 over on 100.9 FM. At halftime right now, the Mustangs lead the Ogilvie Lions 75-9. Oh, my goodness. A little bit lopsided there in that one. Well, that's okay. You've got Ogilvie. They are a younger team. They don't have that experience this year, so they are learning. Right out of the timeout, Everett Manns found the baseline, and then McDaniel did all he could just to not allow him to get to the basket easily. And, yeah, McDaniel's going to pick up the foul, unfortunately, because of that. It'll be his first and the team's fifth. Berglund will check in for Osmus. So right out of the timeout, they inbound to Everett Manns, and he found the baseline. He was wide open, and McDaniel did all he could to prevent him from getting an easy basket, but unfortunately it was too much. And now it's the 15th foul for Pine City. Kirschmeyer on the far side to Blowers. He's double teamed, but he does get out of there. Gives it to Tvet. Tvet on the near side for Isaac Westrom. Now in the near side corner for Kirschmeyer for three. That's no good. And this rebound up for grabs. You're going to say last touch by Hinckley-Finlayson. It will go to Pine City. 8:48 to go. Charlie Osmus in for Berglund. They do a really good job subbing in and out Berglund. Berglund is one of the guys that they want to get in there, I think, a little bit more. But again, just gaining that varsity experience, and in the time that he's had, he has made the most of his minutes, and I think they just want to see a little bit more out of him, and I think that's the word we talked about early on, is there's just more consistency as we see Austin Wiener from the far side corner for three to make it 16-13. Jags still with the lead. Up the court to Blowers. Blowers in the far side corner. This pass nearly stolen away by Milliman, but then Isaac Westrom is going to get it, and Isaac Westrom lays it in for two. Good shot there by Isaac Westrom. That was not easy. Milliman with it, gives it to Osmus, and his pass was knocked out of bounds by Blowers. We're going to get Grady Osmus into the game. Don't know if there's a relation between him and Charlie, but they both have the same last name. So Osmus in for Manns, and now Milliman will inbound for Pine City. Lob inbound for Larson. Larson will start in the backcourt, but because he did not get the ball in the front court, then go back, it is not an over and back. Milliman with it now. Pass on the far side for McDaniel for three. Not going to come up with the shot, and it's going to be rebounded by Grady Osmus. Isaac Westrom, he has it. Guarded by Milliman. Milliman gives up a little bit of space. Isaac Westrom, but he runs into trouble. That ball's going to be knocked out, and it will be out of bounds. And Isaac Westrom, as he tried to get it back, that ball just continued to trail out of bounds, and it's going to be Pine City ball. Larson, Willert, and Ossenson in for the Dragons on this substitution. 7:42 to go, 18-13. Ossenson gives to Willert. Now to Sklozacic, back over to Ossenson on the far side. Ossenson to Osmus, to Charlie Osmus, now to Willert. Willert to Ossenson, trying to find somewhere to drive, gives it to Willert on the near side for three. That's going to be no good. Osmus, dang near got tackled, pulled down from behind, and they're going to get Landon Kirschmeyer with the foul. That'll be his first, team's fourth. And I know Kirschmeyer, I think what he's arguing is that he was falling, and because he was falling, he kind of accidentally brought the offensive player down with him, and I don't think he actually did. I think it more tripped, but either way, shot is no good. Wiener with the rebound, and then it was no good and rebounded by Blowers. Now the Jags back with it. What a great pass there from Tvet to Grady Osmus, who drops it in for two. Tvet was working on the baseline, in some trouble, got that ball to kind of almost curve on the pass to Grady Osmus. And now a three here from Grant Larson, Sklozacic rather, is no good. Austin Wiener gets the rebound. He's fouled, and now he'll go to line and shoot two. We're going to get Grady Osmus for the foul on Hinckley-Finlayson. So it'll be Austin Wiener to shoot two. 6:44 to go. Jags lead 20-13 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Wiener no good on the first. From in for Osmus. Ty Westrom in for Isaac. Weiner does make the second. So 1 of 2 there for Austin Weiner to make it 20-14 rather. Ty Westrom up the court to Blowers. That pass a little bit softer than Ty was hoping for, but now he gives it off to Vet, and that's no good. And Willard is going to come up with the rebound for Pine City. Trying to get through traffic, weaving his way to the basket. Ty Westrom, yeah, unfortunately he did not get planted. He did not have his feet set, and that's why the foul was drawn. But a great drive there by Briar Willard and drawing that foul, realizing, hey, if I drive to the basket, I'm more than likely going to get it. So that's Ty's second foul, and Willard is at the line for 2. 6:29 to go in the first half on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. First one is no good. Isaac will check in for Ty. As Willard's second one is no good. Austin Weiner, though, is going to get the rebound, puts it back up and in for 2. So Weiner has a plethora of rebounds. Looks like 7 so far. Could have double digits before the half ends. Sklizacek providing pressure on Isaac Westrom, a double team, in fact. They get it over to Kirschmeyer. He's double teamed, then gives it back to Westrom, and they'll reset things offensively. Trying to get going. Oh, Sklizacek could have been called for a foul there. Now gives it over to Kirschmeyer for 3. That's going to be off the mark, out of bounds, and that will be last touch by Grady Osmus. It will go back to Pine City. Under 6 minutes to go, Jace Peterson, Grant Larson will check in for Willard and Austinson. And Larson will inbound for Pine City. Gives it near side here to Sklizacek, back to Larson. They'll go over to Peterson. Peterson wants to bounce it to Fromm, now in the offensive zone. They give it over to Jace Peterson. Peterson trying to find somewhere, now to Fromm, now to Larson. I think Fromm and Larson may have had a miscommunication. They were a little bit close to each other on that one. Sklizacek wanted that one, then gives it up on the steal for Ty Westrom. Ty Westrom showing off the athleticism. Spin move inside. Gives it off far side to Tvet. Now to Isaac Westrom. Ty Westrom, sneaky athletic. Give inside to Grady Osmus, and it is a little too much for Osmus to handle. It will go back to Pine City. That one squirts the way through his hands. It was a tough one because Osmus at the last second saw it coming and did all he could just to bring it in, but a little too strong on the pass. Larson with it now, gives it up to Fromm. Fromm looking. Almost. Trowley did a good job to give that ball off just in time. Sklizacek with it on the far side. Dribbles into the far side corner. Gives it back to Fromm. Fromm to Jace Peterson for 3. That is well short. Fromm. He kept it alive, but unfortunately it's going to be Tvet who's going to come up with it. Now we get a foul on Pine City, and that will send Hinckley-Finlayson. Nope, not quite to the line. They're going to get this one on, I think they called Grant Larson. That'd be his first, team 6. So Hinckley-Finlayson won't go to the line. It will be an inbound for the Jags. Kirschmeyer in for Tvet, and looks like Berglund will check in for Jace Peterson. Isaac Westrom ready to inbound. Does to Osmus. I think they wanted the quick drop in on the inbound, but he was just too guarded. Now Ty Westrom gives it near side to Grady Osmus, and Osmus through his hands. This will give it back to Pine City. Berglund out, Jace Peterson in. Pine City will get set to inbound on the near side. 4:40 to go, 20-16. Pine City's Larson with it, gives it to Peterson. Peterson back to Larson. Larson goes to Eli Fromm. Fromm had to go way up for that one. I don't know how he came down with it, but he did. Grant Larson for 3. That's going to be no good. Austin Weiner gets the rebound once again, but he's fouled. Now with 8 rebounds for Austin Weiner. And they're going to get, I believe, they called Blake Blowers for his first of the game, and that's the team's 7th, and Austin Weiner back to the line for 2. First one is good. Austinson in for Jace Peterson. Wiener will ready for his second. This one's up. And no good. Grady Osmus is there for the rebound for Hinckley-Finlayson. Isaac Westrom eyeing up the defender, gets by the defender, and now back around. Double teamed. He's in a little bit of trouble. Gets a screen. This ball nearly taken away, nearly stolen away by Sklozacek. Ty Westrom's going to come up with it somehow. I don't know how he did that. Then he gets the pass off to Isaac on the far side for Kirschmeyer for three. That's good. Wow. Just a crazy moment there. A lot of chaos, but Ty Westrom seemed to be the controller of the chaos as he got it settled down. And now a three for Ossenson. That's no good. Ty Westrom's going to get the rebound. He's quick up the court with it. Dribble behind the back. Again behind the back. Gives it off to Isaac on the far side. Isaac, spin move inside. Oh, shuffled defeat. Could have got called for a travel. And then Kirschmeyer for a three again to make it 26-17. And all of a sudden, as of late, the Jags are finding rhythm from deep. Ossenson gives to Larson. Larson gives on the far side. Eli Fromm left alone for three. That's no good. And Grant Sklozacek runs in there to steal that rebound away from Westrom. And then I think they're going to get Westrom for a foul. They will. Ty Westrom, his third, unfortunately. And this will be a 1-and-1 for Sklozacek. Sawyer McDaniel will check in for Austin Wiener, Ty Westrom. And Blowers out. In come Mans and Tvet. So Sklozacek at the line for a 1-and-1. This one gets the friendly from the bounce. Took a couple, but then it rattled through to make it 26-18. Sklozacek, that one won't fall. Mans with the rebound. Sklozacek, one of two there. Jags found a little bit of rhythm offensively here as of late. And they're getting it going. Tvet gives it to Grady Osmus. And Osmus, left alone on the baseline, drops it in for two. 28-18. Ossenson gives to McDaniel. Now to Larson. Now up to Sklozacek. Ossenson on the far side. A college range three is going to come up just short. Eli Fromm with the rebound. And then a three here is no good once again. Fromm, you guessed it, got another rebound. Ossenson on the near side elbow. Head fake, gives it over to Sawyer McDaniel, who will take a college range three. That one's good on the line drive shot. 28-21. Scoring picking up a little bit here late in this first half, but not as much as either team would like. They're still missing some shots, but Hinckley-Finlayson starting to get that rhythm. They're starting to get hot. This pass inside to Grady Osmus. Oh, man, Pine City's lucky they got a hand on it because that was going to be an easy two. And then this pass inside is going to be stolen away by Grant Larson, and then he's going to get fouled. I think they're going to get Grady Osmus, which should be his second, team's ninth. And that will send Larson to the line for a 1-and-1. 2:06 to go in the first half. More of a football score, 28-21. And then we'll get a timeout here by, looks like Hinckley-Finlayson. It'll be a 30-second timeout. They'll be left with three. That'll be their second. So we'll keep it here. And take a look at some of our scores from around our local listening area as the Mustangs in the second half lead the Lions 98-14. I don't know how much time is left in that one, but it is the Mora Mustangs with a big lead. Looks like there's about 11 minutes to go, so Mora is well on their way to a victory. Over in Bram at the half, the Bombers lead Aiken 44-29. And, we just lost connection to Huddle. That doesn't seem quite too fair. Well, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We just lost our connection to Huddle. This shot is no good by Grant Larson. And it's tipped out of bounds by a member of Pine City. So we'll keep it here. I apologize if when that gets back up, we'll get it running for you. But as of right now, we've got no video. It looks like Huddle kind of shut down on us. So meanwhile, Hinckley-Finlayson has it back, and this shot is up, no good. Looked like it was going to fall, but it's going to be Austin Wiener with the rebound for Pine City. Give underneath to Milliman. Oh, he had the shot, but he gives it back outside to Willard for three. That's going to fall short. And a rebound there for Blowers. Milliman had a chance for two. I think he's going to regret not taking that shot. He was wide open underneath the basket. Now the other way. Kirschmeyer looking for his third three of the game. That's going to come up short as well, and Wiener will get his double-digit rebound. And now it's stolen away here by Tevet. Tevet will take the easy two, but that's not going to be so easy because he misses, and Willard will get the rebound for Hinckley-Finlayson, or for Pine City, rather. So, again, we did lose video because of the Huddle camera. And now a throw. Oh, my God. He knew it before it even went through. Grant Sklezacek for three. He started going back on defense even before that one came down. He knew it. 28-24. Jaguars up to Mans. Now to Kirschmeyer. Kirschmeyer on the near side gives it over to Tevet. Tevet now over to, that's Isaac Westrom for three in the corner. Offenses have come alive here late in this first half, and it's 31-24. Hinckley-Finlayson on the far side. Sklezacek again. This one's going to wind up not being good, and the rebound taken by Grant Larson. And this ball right in between Sklezacek and Willard. Both of them thought it was going to the other, and because of that, the pass goes right in between them and out of bounds. We'll check and see if that Huddle camera ain't back up again. No, it is not. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what happened there, but we'll try and get it up for you again. As now the Jags have it back inside. Great patience, great awareness. Blowers gets the pass and drops it in for two. That is just a great, phenomenal job there. Back up the other way, Willard with it. Driving, gives it out to Milliman. Now to Grant Larson for three. That's off the mark. And this ball up for grabs. It's going to be Willard with the rebound. They're going to take a moment to try and get the last shot. And then, Wiener lost it to Kirschmeyer. And then Kirschmeyer throws it at the basket. It is no good. Interesting. Austin Wiener, it looked like he had a chance, but it looked like he kind of just, I don't want to say surrendered it, but definitely did not look great. Looked like he was a little bit frustrated and just kind of said, well. So we're at halftime here. I will see if I can't get something figured out with the Huddle camera, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I apologize about that. There's not much that I can do about it. We'll see if we can't figure it out, but hopefully we can get it back up for you sooner rather than later. But we're at halftime where the Jags lead the Dragons here 33-24. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors on Anthem Country.
Loading
WCMP.
the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
106.5 FM, 1350 AM is your home for Packers football.
It will be Green Bay football. Crowd was roaring.
Get all the action every game, every game.
There he goes. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. He leaped into the end zone. Touchdown.
The hits, the touchdowns, the Lambeau leaps. Live Packers action every game.
There is your dagger.
Catch every game locally. 106.5 FM or 1350 AM. WCMP.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
You gotta stop somewhere, so make a stop into the Holiday Station store in Pine City and start saving. Right now, grab CK Oil, save $2 when you buy 2, or CK Diesel DEF treatment for only $23.99. While you're at Holiday, they still have the $3, $4, $5 meal deals on some of your favorite items, and Refresh Team Spirit with Mountain Dew are 3 for $6, or Celsius, buy one get one free. Whoa! Better get into the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City.
Well, we're going to do a little bit of a quicker break here so that I can, we're going to run and get out the tripod. We're going to get the camera set up here, and we'll just do it that way to fix the video problem. But, so we're going to go through the stats here pretty quickly, and then I'm going to go run out and get my tripod. So, leading the way for Hinckley-Finlayson was Grady Ostos with 11, 7 for Westrom, that's Isaac Westrom, 6 for Landon Kirschmeyer, 5 for Ty Westrom, and then 4 for Blake Blowers. They had 5 steals, 1 block, 3 of 6 from the free throw line, and 19 fouls. On the other side for the Pine City Dragons, leading the way was Austin Wiener with 9. Sawyer McDaniel with 7. 4 for Grant Sklazacek, then 2 from Eli Fromm and A.J. Austinson. Of course, Austin Wiener also led the team with 10 rebounds. They had 5 steals. They were 5 of 12 from the free throw line and 6 fouls. So one of the things that Pine City will definitely be looking to clean up in this second half is the free throws. You want to be above that 50% mark for sure. So both these teams doing a pretty good job late in that first half. It looked like they took a while to get going, but once they got going, man, it was kind of a race to halftime on the scoreboard, and Hinckley-Finlayson did win that race as they lead 33-24. So I'm going to go out. I'm going to get that tripod so we can get the video back up here for y'all, and probably by then Huddle will have fixed itself. That's usually seems to be how it works, but we're going to take a commercial break here. We're from our fine sponsors again. We'll be back, and we'll have that video back up for you here on Anthem Country, 106.5 FM, AM 1350.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique, specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Hey there, sports fans. Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City, and we have a Lee's Crazy Sale going on. It's time to gear up for hockey, basketball, wrestling, or volleyball equipment, as it is all 20% off. That's right, 20% off all your favorite hockey, basketball, wrestling, and volleyball equipment. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, Lee's Pro Shop has everything you need to take your game to the next level. So don't wait. Stop by Lee's Pro Shop today. Save big on your favorite sports equipment. Hurry in for Lee's Crazy Sale. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
If aches and pains are holding you back, Wellia Health is here to assist you. Our sports medicine team is dedicated to getting you back to your passions. With extensive experience and expertise, we specialize in managing concussions, a worry for both young athletes and adults. Whatever the injury, let's get you back in action with an appointment at Wellia Health. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or conveniently schedule through your MyChart account. Visit welliahealth.org for more information.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
Whoa! Better get into the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City and start saving. Right now, grab a Meat Lover's burrito or new Ranchero beef and cheese burrito. I want one right now. Wash it down with everyone's favorite Celsius, buy one, get one free. And Holiday still has the $3, $4, $5 meal deals on some of your favorite items. Better get into the Freeway Holiday Station store and save. Open 24/7, 365. The Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City.
Your journey to smile. With your Forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics.
Well, we're back here on WCMP. We'll get that, excuse me, camera uploaded here for you quickly. We'll try to, anyways. So, again, I apologize about that. The huddle camera decided to go out on us here, so we'll get the camera up here for you. Pine City with it. There we go. Now we're up. But Pine City with it. McDaniel, shot no good. Weiner gets the rebound. Shot no good. And it is Isaac Westrom with the rebound for Hinckley-Finlayson. Back the other way. Westrom, nice spin move, floater. Shot no good. A.J. Austinson with it. On the rebound, and his shot is good. We'll try and get the scoreboard match as well. But for now, camera is good enough. Hinckley-Finlayson back with it the other way. Jags go right to left on your radio dial now. Pine City left to right. This ball is given up, and Daniel Milliman's going to get credit for the steal. Austinson, great pass there to Austin Weiner, and Austin Weiner drops in for two, 33-28. Kirschmeyer will inbound here to Isaac Westrom. Isaac Westrom gives it in the near side corner. Now back inside, and this ball is up for grabs, stolen away by A.J. Austinson. Austinson to Charlie Osmus. Osmus lets the defender go by. Too strong on that one, and it's going to be Isaac Westrom for the rebound for Hinckley-Finlayson. He'll give it up to Tevet. Tevet has it, gives it inside to Blowers. Blowers wanting Grady Osmus, but then goes near side here to Kirschmeyer. Kirschmeyer trying to get around Osmus and unable to, but he gives it off to Tevet. Tevet is going to be fouled. I think they're going to get Osmus, I believe, Charlie Osmus. So we'll go ahead and get this, at least the score updated for you. It's 33-28 Pine City, and then maybe the names even. So inbound here for Hinckley-Finlayson. Tvet with it. Near side. Kirschmeyer. Kirschmeyer nearly lost it, but he gives it up to Tvet. Near side corner for three. Grady Osmus. It's off the mark. A.J. Austinson is there for the rebound. Going to slow things down just a little bit for Pine City. Apologize. We got the wall right there. I'll try and get the camera moved a little bit, so that's a little bit better. Trying. Inside. Now outside for Sawyer McDaniel for three. That's good. And now Pine City within only a couple of that Jaguar lead. Back the other way. Hinckley-Finlayson. Slowing it down a little bit as Western pauses, waits, gives it to Osmus here on the near side. Now back top of the key to Tvet. Tvet looks, gives near side corner. Now back to Tvet, up over the defender Berglund, and this one's no good. It's going to be McDaniel there for the rebound for Pine City. He'll take it into the near side corner. Pauses, gives it out top of the key. Colson Berglund. That's going to be off the mark. No good. Austin Wiener couldn't quite grab it. They're going to say off of a member of Hinckley-Finlayson. So we'll stay with Pine City. A three here for McDaniel is no good. And the rebound by Blowers. A strong rebound, too. Tvet on the far side gives to Osmus. Osmus, Grady Osmus, guarded well by Sawyer McDaniel. He's in some trouble, but finds Tvet. I've heard it both ways. At the top of the key, now to Kirschmeyer. Kirschmeyer trying to get around the defender Larson, but he's providing good pressure. This one stolen away by Austinson. Austinson to the basket, drops it in for two, and we're tied at 33 apiece. It's all tied up at 33, ladies and gentlemen. Here come the Jaguars the other way. Looks like they will call a timeout. Looks like it'll be a full one. That'll give me a chance to get everything situated. Back after a word from our finals.
Your local radio here for Minnesota Vikings football is WCMP.
Breaks another at the 30, and he's loose!
Your favorite hometown team with your favorite players.
Caught by Jefferson!
Don't miss the hits, the action.
Touchdown Vikings!
Catch the excitement all season long.
And he caught it!
Minnesota Vikings football is on Cool Country 100.9.
WCMP.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare, information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Go online to pine.edu for more information. Pine Technical and Community College, connect with success.
Back here on WCMP, couldn't quite get everything loaded. Nice. We'll try and get it set here. At least get the camera back up for you. There we go. That's better than nothing, right? As the Jags get it inbounded. And here we go. There. So now the Jags have it inbounded. Now we got the camera back up and running. Now we got the scoreboard that looks the same. Cool. We're up and running. So the Jags with it, trying to get their offense going again. They have struggled here to open up the second half. This ball is up for grabs, and it is going to be a jump ball. That possession arrow favors, it looks like, the Jaguars, who are left with two timeouts after that previous full one. We'll get a sub in and out here for the Pine City Dragons. Under 14 minutes to go in the second half. Inbound here to Grady Osmus. Osmus gives it near side to Tvet. Tvet nearly had it stolen away by Austinson, and Austinson a little bit too aggressive on that one. Draws the foul. It will be his third and the team's second of the second half. Sklozacic in for Berglund. We do have a final there in Mora. We'll get you that in just a moment. As now we get Shot clock, we got to get that reset here. So the referee blows it dead for just a moment to get the shot clock reset. And so looking as we get this one going again. The Jaguars will get it inbounded. Ty Westrom will start with it. He'll give it over on the far side there to Isaac Westrom. Isaac looking, pausing, wanted to go inside to Kirschmeyer. Instead gives it to Grady Osmond down the near side to Blowers. Blowers inside to Isaac. Isaac lost it. It's up for grabs. We're going to get another jump ball. No, they're going to let him play. It's going to be Willard who's going to come up with the steal, and Pine City back the other way with it. Larson on the far side for Jace Peterson. Bounce pass to Austin Wiener inside. Now on the near side for Willard for three. That's going to come up short. Wiener's right there, basically a pass to him, and he drops it in for two. Double digits, scoring and rebounds now for Austin Wiener to make it 35-33. Pine City has had an explosive start to the second half and an 11-0 run for the Dragons. Isaac Westrom going the other way with it, trying to get his offense going. He drives inside, puts up an awkward shot, almost got it to fall. Grady Osmus can't hold on to the rebound, and it's Austin Wiener who grabs it. Back the other way, Pine City a three. Larson's shot Sklizacek rather. His shot no good. Rebounded by Isaac Westrom. Now up the court to Grady Osmus. He waits, lets the offense get set, gives it over to Isaac. Ty Westrom left open for three on the far side. That's no good. And it's rebounded by Grant Larson. He'll give it to Willard. Willard quickly up the court here. And Jace Peterson in some trouble, gives it outside. Willard for three. No good. Grady Osmus grabs the rebound. Now to Ty Westrom on the far side. Westrom's spin move, but Jace Peterson providing great pressure, and he gives it over to Kirschmeyer. Kirschmeyer, guarded by Larson. He'll give it over to Grady Osmus at the top of the key. Now to Blowers on the near side. Back out to Isaac. Isaac wants to go to Ty. He will give it up to Ty. Under 10 seconds to shoot. Westrom spin move inside, in trouble. Blowers a long three. It's up, and it got there, but it is no good, and Grant Larson will get the rebound for Pine City. Back up the other way. We get a shot, but that is not going to count because they're going to call the foul on the floor. This one is going to go against Isaac Westrom, team's first of the second half. So again, the shot will not count, and we'll get a full 5 in and out for Pine City. So Andy Beckstrom. His game is final. It's Morrow 125, Ogilvy 14. Inbound here is going to be stolen away by Ty Westrom. And then putting on the moves out there. And then did he travel with it or is it a foul? I think we got a foul call on Pine City. They're going to get this one on Daniel Milliman. Milliman out, Berglund in. 35-33, 11:37 to go. Grady Osmus will get the inbound and leaping over everybody, but his shot is no good, and it's going to be rebounded by Sawyer McDaniel. McDaniel bringing it up the other way, trying to drive inside, trying to look for an open shot, gives it instead out to Charlie Osmus on the far side. That's no good. It got there. Rebounded by Eli Fromm. Fromm gives it up to Austinson. Austinson going to reset things, come back to about the Dragon logo, and now gives it to McDaniel on the near side for three. That's going to come up short. The threes tonight for Pine City have just not been there. They're coming up short on a lot of them as Ty Westrom's going to get the rebound. Ty Westrom going to try and do it himself. Fadeaway shot, no good. Colson Berglund is there to pick up his first rebound of the night. McDaniel with it. It's going to be a timeout called here by Pine City. It would be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Well, not really long enough for a commercial break, and you heard plenty as I was trying to figure out the video portion that we lost with the huddle. So we'll keep it here, and I'll keep you entertained the best I can. Of course, I just want to take time to thank all of you for tuning in. Seriously, it means a lot because if you're not tuning in, I don't have a job to do, and I get told by my boss that, hey, well, we don't have people tuning in, so there's no reason for you to be out there. So I appreciate you all tuning in. It means a lot to me. Of course, I want to give another huge shout-out to all of our fine sponsors. who not only sponsor this broadcast, but all the other broadcasts that we get to go to. And I want to thank the cheerleaders of Pine City for giving me this goodie bag. Got some really yummy stuff in here I cannot wait to eat on my drive home. Again, as a Fatty Boomalatti myself, I will be digging into that on the drive home. Calling games makes you hungry, ladies and gentlemen. But no, I appreciate all the people that I get the opportunity to work with. It's truly a blessing, and sometimes you don't realize how blessed you are, but I appreciate all of the opportunities that I get. Meanwhile, out of the timeout, Pine City passing it around. They give it to Charlie Osmus on the far side. He lost it. He got it in his hand and then just couldn't grip it strong enough, and it's going to go back to Hinckley-Finlayson. Ossenson out in is Larson. Hinckley-Finlayson will get it back out of the turnover. In the first, closing in on 7.5 minutes. Pine City has scored 11. Hinckley-Finlayson 0 as Daniel Milliman steps in front of that pass, knocks it out of bounds, so it stays with the Jags. But it's an 11-0 run here for the Dragons in this first 7.5 minutes. And the first 7.5 minutes to only have 11 points on the board for both of these teams is a little bit crazy. Ty Westrom up the court with it, gives it off to Grady Osmus on the far side. That three is going to roll off the rim and get rebounded there by Eli Fromm. Eli Fromm's having a night rebounding the ball, as is Austin Weiner. But now here come the Dragons into the offensive zone. McDaniel on the far side for Osmus. Osmus back over to McDaniel. McDaniel now on the near side for Fromm. Fromm has been given a little bit of space, but he won't take the three. Instead, he'll give it to Larson. And Larson goes inside and had it stolen away by Kirschmeyer. And then Kirschmeyer nearly lost it to Larson. Now they're going to talk, and with Ty Westrom getting it back, they're going to call a travel because, well, he wound up falling to the floor with the ball, so that is going to be a travel. Great job by the referees there getting together and talking about that one. So Pine City will have it back. Sklzacek inbounds here to Osmus on the near side corner. Fighting around the defender, Westrom. To Eli Fromm. Fromm's open for three, dribbles the ball once, gives a look at the rim, and that's going to come up short. Rebounded here by Ty Westrom. And Pine City has just not gotten those three to fall tonight, and that's unfortunate. Back the other way, Ty Westrom with it. Trying to get around McDaniel, gives it to Kirschmeyer. Kirschmeyer trying to get around his defender, instead passes it to Tvet inside to Blowers, and Blowers finally ends the drought. Plus he draws the foul. Foul's going to go on Charlie Osmus, his second. Teams looks like fourth or fifth. And Blowers is at the line to all of a sudden break this tie. Pine City was on an 11-0 run before that shot by Blowers was made, and now he's got a chance to break the tie with one play. And Blowers is good on the free throw. I didn't want to comment that he was 0 for 2 up to that point because that's called the announcer's jinx, and I've done that too many times this year. So 36-35, Blowers converts the three-point play and gives the Jags the lead right back after an 11-0 run to start this second half by the Dragons. Willard for three on the other side. It's no good. Oh, and are they going to get Ty Westrom for a foul? They will, and that'll send Willard to the line for three. And that's, unfortunately, Ty's fourth. So Willard now at the line for 3 free throws after the Ty Westrom foul. 36-35, Jags lead, 9:28 to go here in the second half on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Willard shot rattles through, and we're tied back at 36. Willard's second one is good. 37-36. A couple subs in and out for the Jags. Of course, Ty Westrom will unfortunately have to take a seat for a few minutes because that was his fourth foul. Willard cannot make all three. He hits 2 of 2, but then Jace Peterson is there for the rebound and losing the ball out of bounds, so we'll go back to Hinckley. Great rebound, though, by Jace Peterson. But Willard makes 2 of 3 on that trip. But the Dragons do have a 37-36 lead. Jace Peterson providing pressure on Isaac Westrom. Ooh, foul there on Jace Peterson. A little bit too much. That'll be his first and the team's 6th. And for Pine City, foul-wise haven't been too bad. They only had 6 there in the first half, now 5, so you want to. So it was only their 5th apparently. So want to see them not pile up these fouls too much or too quickly. Tvet with a nice move, and he gets inside and lays it in for 2, his first points of the game. It's 38-37 now, Hinckley-Finlayson. Jace Peterson's pass is tipped and stolen away by Isaac Westrom. Westrom will have to stop as Sklozacek providing the pressure at center court. The defense was there and pretty good, so Isaac Westrom and the Jags now for the first time here in this half have a chance to extend their lead more than 1. Tvet driving inside, another lob towards the basket. I don't know how he just dropped that one in, but he did. Great looking shot by Tvet. Here in Tvet on the far side, Sklozacek for 3. That's no good. Gonna get a foul here on Jace Peterson. Yeah, unfortunately that'll be his second, team 6th. And it will be Hinckley-Finlayson ball, 40-37. So for the first 7.5 minutes, Hinckley-Finlayson could not score. They allowed an 11-0 run by Pine City, but since Hinckley-Finlayson's come back, they haven't had to do too much because they did have that 11-point lead, but they've come out here and done a good job. Now Hinckley-Finlayson has the ball back. Nearly stolen away by Osmus, but good job there by Kirschmeyer to get that ball back for Hinckley-Finlayson. Tvet on the far side. He's been the guy here on these last 2 possessions. We'll see if he can't make some more magic. Instead, he gets inside to Blowers. Blowers with the bank shot, and that is good. And all of a sudden, the Jags have opened up a 5-point lead once again. Hinckley-Finlayson, they said, we'll give you the first 7.5 minutes, but after that, we got to get going. This pass was to someone, not to Milliman, but he wound up getting it. And this shot is up and no good by Ostis. I don't even know how he got that ball off, but he did. And he'll draw the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. This one is on Blake Blowers, his 2nd, team's 3rd. So Ostis at the line now to shoot 2. First one by Ostinson is good. To make it 42-38. And no, not going to get the friendly roll on that one. No good on that one, and that was rebounded by Blowers. Then the pass up ahead, too far. Well, the closest person to it was a member of the Dragons, so a inbound just to they wanted to get the advantage there going up the court, but a little too far on the pass. Now coming the other way, Pine City trying to get this one in, and it's knocked out of McDaniel's hands, and it will stay with Pine City as it went out of bounds. Great job by the Jags to knock that one out of his hands. Pine City will get set to inbound. Milliman going across the court to Charlie Osmus for 3. That's no good. Yeah, the 3 ball just hasn't been there, and that one's picked up by Everett Manns on the rebound. They get it up the court quickly here to Tvet. Tvet in some trouble now. He gets it through, and it is Kirschmeyer with it. Gives it underneath to Everett Manns. He can't drop it in, and I think we're going to get a foul here on Hinckley-Finlayson. Yeah, they will. They'll get it on Isaac Westrom, his 2nd, team's 4th. Interesting. I'm not sure where the foul came, unless they say that Eli Fromm had possession and then Westrom came in and bumped him as hard as he did, because they both wound up on the floor. Luckily, they're both okay, but yeah, that was interesting. 7:16 to go, 42-38. Jags with the lead here in Pine City. Austinson has the ball for Pine City, gives it over to McDaniel. McDaniel thought about it, the long 3, gives it off now instead to Austinson for the 3. That's no good. Austin Wiener nearly came up with the rebound, but unfortunately he lost it. It will go out of bounds, and it will go back to Hinckley-Finlayson. Yeah, right now here in this second half, Pine City, the ball just seems to be a little bit more slippery for them. They can't hold on to too many rebounds, and that has been a big key here in this second half. This ball is inbound and then stolen away by Milliman. So the Dragons catch a break and get it back under 7 minutes to go. Austinson Looping pass over in the near side corner for Charlie Osmus. He finally gets one to fall. That makes it 42-41. Jags still with the 1-point lead. They'll inbound here. A little bit of full court pressure, but that leads to a breakout pass for Mans, and it is too far again. Again, just trying to find that advantage, and it's too far. We'll get another timeout called here by Hinckley-Finlayson. It will be a full. They'll be left with one. So while they take a timeout, we will as well. You're listening to boys basketball.
Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City. We're a full-service lettering shop with a full line of athletic supplies for any sport. We have professional staff here at Lee's Pro Shop to customize your orders. We are the pros who specialize in athletic apparel and equipment. We even do trophies and awards as well as computerized engraving in the store. Let Lee's Pro Shop help you with any athletic apparel. Lee's Pro Shop, servicing our communities since 1973, where the passion for sports begins.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Back here on WCMP. Anthem Country 106.5 FM, AM 1350. The Jags lead this one 42-41, but here in the second half, an 11-0 run to start the half by Pine City to take a 1-point lead. Hinckley-Finlayson came back, then actually led by 5, and now it's only a 1-point lead for Hinckley-Finlayson, 42-41. And after the long breakout pass, well, trying to get a breakout pass, but it was too long, and we'll give it back to Pine City. McDaniel has it, being patient with it, gives it over on the near side to Austinson for 3. Off the mark, Wiener with the rebound. His shot's no good, and it's rebounded. I believe that was Grady Osmus. Now to Tevet. Tevet to the basket again. This one's too hard, and it's rebounded by Grady Osmus. He puts it back up and in for 2. His first points of the second half, 44-41. Back the other way. Austinson thought about 3, gives it to McDaniel on the far side. Gives it back to Austinson. Austinson inside, outside to McDaniel on the far side. Elbow, no good. And Wiener again came up with yet another rebound. He's a rebound machine tonight. Get a foul here on Hinckley-Finlayson. It'll be their 5th. They'll get this one on Blowers, his 3rd. Eli Fromm will check in for Wiener. 44-41, Jags with the lead under 6 minutes to go here in the game. Austinson will inbound on the far side to McDaniel. McDaniel weaving his way through traffic, trying to get a shot. No, instead he'll give it to Osmus for 3. Off the mark again. Trying to get the rebound was Milliman, but instead it's going to be Blowers with it. He gives it up to Isaac Westrom, and Isaac Westrom trying to get around the defender with some fancy footwork, but unable to. Now a bounce pass to Kirschmeyer on the far side. Kirschmeyer hits 2 big threes there in that first half. And he'll give it off to Blowers now. Blowers gets a friendly roll into the basket to make it 46-41. Just when Pine City gets right there on the cusp of making that tie game, Hinckley-Finlayson's able to come back with one. And Austinson says, hey, so am I. He gets that one to fall for 3, makes it 46-44. A very fun game here between these two teams, as it should be, as it usually is. Blowers has it up the court for Hinckley-Finlayson. Tevet, he finds a lane, drops it nearly in, and this ball was batted by a member of Hinckley-Finlayson, but it wound up in the arms of McDaniel. He'll be benefiting off of that. Austinson has it, gives it off far side to McDaniel. He thought about the long 3. You could see the fans on the far side getting ready to stand up. Austinson tries the bank shot. That's no good. And rebound up for grabs. Jump ball. Possession arrow pointing the way of the green and white. Larson and Sklezacic in for Milliman and Osmus. Ty Westrom comes in for Tevet. So Ty Westrom, he was one of their bigger ball handlers here in this game, just on the talent level. And he has that sneaky athleticism too, so they're getting him back in there. Grant Larson left alone at the top of the key for 3, but the shot is no good. Rebounded by McDaniel. He'll give it off near side to Austinson. That's well off the mark. And then we're going to get a foul here on Pine City, which will be a 1-and-1 now for Hinckley-Finlayson. Oh, actually, I don't think it will it? They get it on McDaniel, his second, team 7th. So it won't be a 1-1 because Hinckley-Finlayson did not have possession of the ball. At least I thought. Well, apparently it will be. I'm pretty sure you have to have possession of the ball, but again, what do I know? I don't know much. That's for darn sure. It will send Flowers to the line for I believe it's 1-1, since it is the 7th team foul. But again, I got to be careful because I don't know. Brand beats Aiken over there, 84-66, and Blowers' first one is good. Make it 47-44. And this one's good as well. Dropping them both in and making it a 48-44 game. So a 2-possession game with under 4.5 to go. Austinson gives on the far side to Larson for Pine City. Larson gets a screen. Larson bounce pass to Austinson in the near side corner for Sklizacek for 3. That's no good. Wiener trying to come up with the rebound, but instead it's Eli Fromm. And Fromm gives it out to Larson. That one is going to be tipped out of bounds by Hinckley-Finlayson. Larson and Austinson were at the same spot unintentionally, I believe, and that's not good. Oh, a little bit of miscommunication there between the two, but now Austinson will sidestep 3. That is good. Trying to keep them right in this game, 48-47. And get a warning here on Austin Wiener. Apparently he hit the ball out of bounds, so give him a warning. 48-47. We're in for a good one. Ty Westrom showing off the moves. He gives it off to Kirschmeyer in the near side corner for Blowers. Blowers gives it up now to Isaac Westrom. Isaac with it, gives it over to Blowers. Blowers waiting, trying to set something up. Nobody really getting open. Now he decides he has a lane to the basket. Nice shot. And the charge call here on Blowers. That'll be his 4th. Team's 6th. And I think that's one of those calls. Again, I didn't quite see it well enough, but it's one of those where if it's for your team, you're obviously really pleased. If it's against your team, you're really upset. Larson for 3 on the far side. It's going to be too long. Eli Fromm with those long arms trying to get it back. Ty Westrom gets the rebound and guards it. Ty Westrom again, just showing off the fancy footwork. This time it's not going to be good as Austinson's going to get the steal. And Austinson gives the Dragons a lead, 49-48. Westrom maybe got a little too fancy there, and Austinson said, all right. I seen it last time. Now I know what's coming. They'll get a screen now, and this one's nearly knocked out of Westrom's hands again, but he gives it off to Kirschmeyer. Kirschmeyer for 3. It's off the mark. Isaac Westrom gets the rebound, and wow, he's fouled. So he'll go to the line for a 1-1. Austinson, the guilty Dragon, his 4th. Is this 1-1 or 2? I think they're saying 2. Ooh, I don't know about that. He was getting the rebound when he got that foul call. Interesting. Well, either way, it's Isaac Westrom trying to tie this game up. And he does right there. He hasn't been to the line yet tonight, so for him to come in to the free throw line for the first time and hit a clutch shot like that is huge for Hinckley-Finlayson. Obviously, it ties the game up at 49 apiece. Isaac Westrom, no good on the second. Rebounded there by Grant Sklizacek. Austinson trying to get a screen. Uses the spin move. Now to Larson. Larson bounce pass near side corner for Sklizacek. And before he got the shot off, we get a timeout called here by Pine City. And I believe it was a full. It is a full timeout, and we'll take one as well. back here after word from our fine sponsor.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Back here on WCMP, we're tied at 49 apiece, 2:27 to go in the game. Last score by Hinckley-Finlayson at the free throw line came from Isaac Westrom to tie it at 49. The timeout recently called here by Pine City. With 2:27 left on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Larson with it, gives it over to Sklozacic. Oh my goodness. Went off his shin, but he's able to get it back. Willard thought about the long three. Thought about it for a moment. Gives it to Ossenson. It's stolen away. Ossenson couldn't hold on. Isaac Westrom's going to get the steal to the basket. Shot is up and good. Oh, my goodness. Disaster for Pine City, but absolute jubilation on the side of Hinckley-Finlayson. They get a freebie there. Now back the other way. Pine City with it, trying to answer. Sklozacic for three. Well short, and Grady Osmus at the rebound, but it was knocked out, stolen away by Willard. This shot's no good, knocked out of bounds by Pine City. Wow. Pine City has not had the best control of the ball here tonight. They just haven't been able to hold on to it as well as they would like, and because of that, Hinckley-Finlayson's come up with a few freebies, and this pass up the court to Blowers. Blowers looks back to Tvet, a little lob shot. It's no good. Oh, where is Pine City? He got his own rebound, but this shot is no good, and then Sklozacic will come up with the rebound. That's unfortunate. Pine City was nowhere to be found on that one. This shot by Willard's no good. Grady Osmus yet another rebound. He'll reach double-digit rebounds now as well. I believe double-digit points. Blowers with it. Coming up to the end of this one with 1:10 left. Blowers trying to look for someone. Goes on the far side here to Tvet. Tvet, he pauses. Goes all the way over to Blowers. Blowers just comes down with that pass. Now to Ty Westrom. Ty getting things set. Blowers. A long two. That was blocked, I think, by Austinson. And now Grady Osmus drops in for two. That is going to wind up being huge for Hinckley-Finlayson. Huge. Austinson trying to get around one defender. Shot is up, no good, but he draws the foul. Get this one on 21 on Isaac Westrom, his third, team seventh, and Austinson is at the line for two. These are some of the bigger free throws here tonight for either side. First one's up and good, so that's important for Pine City to make it 53-50. Austinson, no good on that one. Rebound by Austin Wiener, and then smartly called timeout there by Pine City's Kyle Allen to preserve the possession. And that is why keeping the timeouts late in the game for Pine City has been so important. Timeout there, whether it's 30 or a minute, we'll keep it here. Again, Bram beats Aiken over there in that boys basketball game, 84-66. Mora beats Ogilvie, 125-14. Meanwhile, in the college football playoff semifinal, Ohio State leading Texas at half, 14-7. The Gophers lost tonight to Wisconsin, 80-59. Just to give you some updates for around the national sports look. Again, this a close one here. We got 37 seconds left. Pine City has the possession. A huge timeout called there by head coach Kyle Allen. That winds up being key because it preserves, as I mentioned, the possession for them. Otherwise, it would have been Hinckley-Finlayson ball. But a great timeout called there by Kyle Allen. They didn't use any in the first half. They've now used 3 here in the second half, and it has been huge that they have kept all those timeouts for this second half because, as we can now see, well, they've needed and probably are going to wind up using all of them. Down to the end in this one. It's going to come possibly down to the final shot. Austinson, that was a little bit quick on the shot, I thought, but Austinson got fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot 3 free throws. I think that was Isaac Westrom. Oh, my goodness, it was, and that is his 4th. I thought it was his 5th. I thought he was out, but he's good. It's Ty Westrom who has 4, as does Blake Blowers. So Austinson at the line now for 3. First one's up, no good. And this is, I don't know. If I were a coach, I would say I don't want to come down to free throws. But Austinson makes the second. But that's just me. Like, I wouldn't want to leave it to that. But some coaches might want it that way because, you know, it's in a lower pressure situation. The game's at a pause, and you get to take a breath. So maybe some coaches would like it that way. Austinson no good on that one. Only 1 of 3 there. Jump ball. Both coaches tried to call a timeout. And with the jump ball, the possession arrow pointing the way of the Jags. Both coaches trying to get the possession back. 31 seconds to go. 53-51, Jags with the lead, trying to get a huge win on the road. Oh no, Pine City left Grady Osmus wide open for 2. And that could be it. That could be it. 55-51. Shot is no good. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Jags. Oh, man. That is, you just can't have that if you're Pine City. Left Grady Osmus, and I mean all alone for that easy 2. Wow, that is so unfortunate. But for Hinckley-Finlayson, you just got a big shot. Sawyer McDaniel, up over the defender to get that one to fall. 55-54. Another timeout called. Who is this one by? Full timeout by Pine City. It's not over yet, folks. And we could be in for overtime. I would be okay with some overtime basketball. I've seen it a couple times. I think we've even had it maybe once this year, but I'd be okay with some overtime basketball here. Pine City and Hinckley-Finlayson dueling it out. (55-54), 15 seconds are on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. No matter what the final score winds up being, this has been a phenomenal game to watch. Now, Pine City can get Hinckley-Finlayson to the line with only a 1-and-1. And even if they make 2, Pine City could have the opportunity for the last shot to tie it at 57. Just thinking through all these scenarios. So if Pine City winds up fouling just to keep some time, and Hinckley-Finlayson drops them both in, it would be 57-54. Pine City would get the opportunity for a last shot to tie it at 57 apiece. But depending on the time left. So here we go. Fans are starting to get on their feet. We'll try and extend the camera as much as we can as fans are on their feet again. We want to allow the fans. We can't just tell the fans to sit, but we're trying to get everything situated. Camera's a little lopsided. I apologize. There we go. So Pine City, this is inbounded, and Pine City will foul quickly. So the foul quickly there by Pine City. I believe they call this one on Grant Sklozachik, which is his first, team's 9th, and it sends Blowers to the line for 2. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Austin Wiener. Here we go. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Pine City doesn't have to go too fast here. We'll give it in the near side corner for 3. It's no good. Austin Wiener with the rebound. McDaniel with the rebound again. It's no good. And the Dragons will fall. Hinckley-Finlayson holds on. Oh, man. What a finish here in this one. But the Dragons will wind up falling. He had about 3 different opportunities for Pine City. Couple rebounds there at the end to try and grab the victory. It would have been the victory, too, because there was going to be no time left. But unfortunately, they could not grab the rebound enough. So that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Hinckley-Finlayson winds up with the victory, 55-54. We'll take a commercial break. Here, word from our fine sponsors, then back after a word from those fine sponsors here
Loading
on
the
WCMP.
kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
106.5 FM, 1350 AM is your home for Packers football.
It will be Green Bay football. Crowd was roaring.
Get all the action every game, every game.
There he goes. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. He leaped into the end zone. Touchdown.
The hits, the touchdowns, the Lambeau leaps. Live Packers action every game.
There is your dagger.
Catch every game locally. 106.5 FM or 1350 AM. WCMP.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP. We're now joined by our AW player of the game, Kevin Williams. First of all, this was a really tough one, a really physical matchup here between these two teams. What was your biggest takeaway here from this game?
Probably the shots not falling in and our mindsets. That fouls weren't going our way. So we probably should have walked it off. I was trying to tell my teammates that. Some of them didn't listen. If they would have just got out of their heads, like near the end of the game they did. And I think we played very good. It's just not enough time on the clock.
Absolutely. If there was a couple more seconds, it might have been a different story. But in a physical contest like this, how important is it to keep that level head, especially when things aren't falling your guys' way like you would have hoped?
I think
that's all right. Take your time.
That it's our greatest strength, and it can also be our weakness. Because if we see one shot go in, then we're probably going to see the next shot go in, and after that. But if we see one shot not go in, then we just get in our heads and think we're bad. And like Jason was trying to say that he's bad, but I try to cheer him up and tell him that he's not bad. He just get the next one.
Yeah, and sometimes there are just games like this where the shots aren't falling. You just got to continue to shoot. How important is it to take away some of the things from this game, but also to move forward and know that there are still more games to play?
I think it's very important. We're going to get them back at home. But all I can say is that we got to worry about our next game. I think we played Mille Lacs. Yeah, we played Mille Lacs. So we just got to get ready for Mille Lacs. That's about it.
Absolutely. And of course, this team, a new starting lineup this year, all new, and this team growing. How do you feel this team has continued to grow here this year?
I think our energy is good. You know, we support all our fans, all our players. We're a big old family. and I love to be on, and I love being on this team, and I love the players, I love the coaches, and everything. I love this team. I love the school. That's about it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and good luck on the rest of the way.
Thank you.
That again was our A&W Player of the Game, Kevin Williams, and we're now joined by the head coach, Kyle Allen. This one, very physical game, back and forth throughout the entirety, but trailing there at halftime. What was the message to the guys there at half?
The message at halftime was we need to execute and do our job. Going into coming out of the second half, it's about making sure your effort's in the right spot, making sure that we're trying to execute the game plan and the play call. We were making a lot of fundamental mistakes, a lot on the defensive end, not being in the right position on the offensive end. It's kind of like football. When you call a sweep and your offensive line blocks the wrong way, it doesn't work. And so when we're calling a set and our guys run to the wrong spots, it's going to be a struggle to make that work on both ends of the court. So, the expectation is that seniors have the ability to run the system that they've been taught over the last X number of years, and we weren't able to do that at a high enough rate tonight.
Coming out of the second half, you guys went on an 11-0 run to take the lead. What was that like to see your guys come out of the half after trailing like that and battle back so hard?
Not as good as you'd think. We are making this a habit of being down at halftime and then making a run in the second half. So we got to figure that out. We have to do a better job of being able to execute the principles that are being asked on the varsity floor on a night in, night out basis, and we're struggling to be able to execute some of those principles.
And it seemed like there was some frustration out there on the court a little bit, but what is the message to the players on a night like tonight when maybe things aren't running the best way that they could be or the correct way, and it just seems like that frustration at times seemed to be boiling over? What is the message to the guys?
Man, if I knew that, I would give it to them. We feel like we've given them every message that we can. We've given them the tools and the skill set and the work into them and the dedication into them to be able to go out and perform at a much higher rate than this, and they've shown they can do it. And so to go out and not execute it is extremely disappointing from a coaching perspective.
No doubt, and it came up to the end here. But some of the free throws, we talk about those every once in a while, but it seemed like some of the free throws weren't falling here tonight, under 50% from that line. Is that something that you guys will look at going forward and obviously try to improve on?
Free throws are like rebounding. You've been doing it your whole life. You know how to do it, and there's you either can or you can't, and we believe that our guys can. But the numbers are saying otherwise, so we need to make sure that we are, I believe the kids say, locked in to be able to execute. Again, it's a focus thing. It's a mental air thing. It's a mental toughness thing that we are not being able to execute at a high level right now.
And it came right down to the end, that last shot. You guys were able to get it, forced Hinckley-Finlayson to miss their first of that 1-and-1. Got the rebound, got it back the other way. Had plenty of opportunities, but just couldn't get that to fall. Before that, though, even before that came up, what was the message? You guys called the timeout. They got that 1-and-1, but what was the message to the guys right at the end there, right before Hinckley-Finlayson went to their 1-and-1?
We just talked about what we would do based on what happens. So, again, basketball IQ 101, knowing what we need to do based on the score, the time and possession, the different scenarios that could happen, and then you're trying to call all the things in that timeout to give your chance. You have to plan for all the outcomes. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to give them the information of what to do based on all the outcomes that are possible.
And going forward, what is the toughest part about this? Some coaches might throw this one away. They might take certain things from it. For you as a coach, what are the things that you take away from this one going forward, or maybe even just leave here at this game?
I think I'm going to have to digest that one for a night or two. I'm not very happy with our performance and our execution. And again, the principles of the program that are taught from
kindergarten through varsity. And so we got to do a better job of ensuring that we are trying to focus on the things that are important. Again, it's just like any other team sport. Team sports are more successful when the parts of the sum work together and when they are on the same page on both ends. And so the goal of our system is to put guys in a situation where they can be successful, but they have to go and execute it, and it's hard work, and it takes mental toughness, and it takes a lot of grit, and we lost in those phases tonight.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you joining me here for the post game, and wish you nothing but the best going forward.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you for all your help. We had varsity parent night and senior night tonight. Again, regardless of the outcome, we appreciate these supporting years that people have poured in, and we're doing everything we can to right this ship.
All right, well, that again is head coach Kyle Allen joining us here in the post game. Again, our A&W player of the game was Kevin Williams. Appreciate him for joining us here on, again, Parents' Night and Senior Night, and he's one of the seniors, and you heard him talk about how much he loves his team, loves his school, loves the coaches, loves being a part of this program, and I think that's for a team like this who you heard Coach Kyle Allen, frustrating. I think that's the easiest way to put it. It was a frustrating night for the entire team. When it looked like things were going their way, all of a sudden things turn back the other way in Hinckley-Finlayson's favor. So this is one of those nights where I think as an entire team, you kind of got to just look deep within yourselves and go, okay, what all did we do wrong, and now how can we improve ourselves going forward? Because it did. You could just tell there was a little bit of frustration out there tonight. There was a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of uncomfortableness down there on the court for Pine City, and just when things weren't falling, it seemed like they got frustrated. You heard Kevin talk about it, and him just saying, like, hey, I tried to cheer the guys up. I tried telling them, hey, you can't be too much in your head. You got to focus on the game. And again, I think that's infectious to have on a team. You need that on a team. A guy like that who's going to come in and tell you, hey, it's okay. You're not bad. You're doing good. Just keep your head up. That's so important to have a guy like that on the team, and it's so infectious. And now he may not have gotten a lot of minutes tonight. He may not get a ton of stats throughout all the games during the regular season, but I would bet if you ask head coach Kyle Allen, he'll tell you to have a guy like that who can come in and play, but also provide you with that positive influence on the bench can be just as good as having it on the floor and having a guy who puts up 20, 30 points in a game. Because again, to just have that positive self-talk is so important. But unfortunately here tonight, the Dragons do fall to Hinckley-Finlayson, and we got to give Hinckley-Finlayson a ton of credit to the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars here in this one. They did a really good job at getting the victory here tonight as they win 55-54. Just an incredible performance by them coming into, again, familiar territory on this 4-game road stretch. But, coming out with a victory here, not easy to do on the road, especially on a road stretch, but they do just that. And, man, they made it look really good. 5 of 6 from the free throw line here in the second half. They were 8 of 12 overall. They had, 8 fouls here in the second half for a total of 17. Leading the way for them with 17 points was Grady Osmus. He had a little bit of a quieter second half, but he came up big late in the game when they really needed him to, and he made some key shots that helped them to this victory. Then right behind him was Blake Blowers with 13, 10 for Isaac Westrom, 6 from Kirschmeyer, 5 for Ty Westrom, and 4 for Tevet. 10 rebounds for Grady Osmus to lead the way, 7 for Blowers, 6 for Isaac Westrom, and 5 for Ty Westrom. They had 9 steals as well as 1 block. On the other side for the Dragons, leading the way scoring was A.J. Austinson with 15, then 13 for Austin Wiener and Sawyer McDaniel, 3 for Charlie Osmus, 4 for Grant Skolzacek, 3 I mentioned for Charlie Osmus, and then 2 for Briar Willard and Eli Fromm. 18 rebounds for Austin Wiener, 7 for Eli Fromm, 5 for McDaniel. But it was not enough as they had 7 steals in the second half for a total of 12. 1 block came in the second half. They were 10 of 22 from the free throw line, something they will definitely be looking to improve on, and 15 total team fouls. So Again, a frustrating night for one side, a really fun night and a jubilous night for the other. The Jaguars will now be looking to use this game as momentum going forward to maybe propel them into a little bit of a winning streak here, starting on the road and then going forward to their 4-game home streak that comes up after their next game. So congratulations to the Jags on a great night and a great win, and we'll hope that the Dragons can hopefully figure some things out and get things headed in the right direction. I want to thank you for tuning in tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Obviously, without you tuning in, as I mentioned before, I don't have a job to do, so I appreciate you tuning in. I want to thank all of our fine sponsors who sponsor not only this broadcast, but all the other broadcasts that we do. We appreciate them for sponsoring us here in all of the sports that we do. Again, stay tuned to the morning shows for all things local sports on 95.5 FM with Rockin' Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30. Then over on 100.9 FM with Josh O'Meara at 7:45 and 8:45 for your local sports updates, where we'll talk about this game, all the other games going on in our local listening area, plus some regional and national sports as well. Also, another way you can stay tuned is our websites at WCMPradio.com, KBEK.com for all things local sports. Of course, you'll have your broadcast schedule under the sports tab. Just click on the broadcast schedule. That is subject to change. That'll be updated every Monday. Then also, you can find articles from games that we've done and recapped, and then interviews on there as well. Another spot you can stay tuned to is our social medias, our Facebook pages for both stations, our Instagrams for both stations, and then our Twitter at WCMP Radio for all things local sports. And, of course, once again, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you all for tuning in. It means a lot. We want to thank all of our fine sponsors. The final here in this one, the Jags beat the Dragons 55-54. Don't forget, tomorrow we've got Bram hosting Mountain Iron Buell on 95.5 in that girls' basketball game. But for WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in. Remember to be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through. Your kindness could really make their day. Again, for WCMP, Game Day Gilman, have a great rest of your night and a fantastic weekend.